Hello again. I am at work on standby. Thought I'd cut some pieces of pole up. I took what I'm making is what I'm hoping to make. Let me rephrase that. Is a cultipacker, and I ended up cutting 3 14-inch long pieces of this pole, utility pole we got here. Good size and diameter, and it's pretty heavy. And that's a good start. I think this should work out alright. It's 42 inches long, and my thought is to drill a hole through it, through each of them, and run a bar through it to connect them, and somehow rig up some kind of thing to hook it up to the four-wheeler. So I'll get back to you. Okay, so I got my 3 pieces of poles cut, 14 inches. I started out using a circular saw to cut grooves in here to mimic a cultipacker look, and that just ate that blade alive. So I just said screw it. I don't know if you can tell, but I drilled a hole through each of these so that this bar could run through all of them to connect them later. So I'm gonna try a little chainsaw method and see how it works. Alright, I'm done. What a pain in the ass that was. So I put the 3 together with this rod. I'm going to take it back out and add some pretty big washers just for separation. And put an eye nut on the end of this with some nuts backing it up. And hopefully just hook some mule tape or chain to it, to each end. And then up to a hitch and back. I think this is going to work. Hopefully. See ya. Okay, after a tedious project, here she is. I think it is going to work pretty good. Just got an old anchor rod, cut grooves all the way across, put a ton of washers on. I got 2 washers in between each of these, and pretty obvious here. Just gonna loop this on the ball. The rope is away from the wood, so I don't think it's gonna cut it. And if it does, I'll just make adjustments or add something to it. So this should work. Okay, see ya. Alright, I'm gonna try this. I think that worked out pretty well. I can see probably over time maybe like this part of the rope getting jacked up, but I got things I can put on that, or I can use steel cable or something instead. But that was rolling pretty good. And then I also took some scrap metal mesh and just some cross arms here and cut them up for weight. Guy at my work said that'd be a great idea, and it actually worked out really well. And just hooked up some mule tape to it, some rope, and drug it. And I drug it fast. So I didn't see, this is the field. So it's been sprayed, killed, disked, and then tonight's my first time using that little drag and drug her up. I think it worked great. So another project that didn't cost a lot of money or anything at all, just a little bit of time. So, and in case you're wondering, here's the disc I use on my four-wheeler. It's pretty cool. I love it. That thing just drops down, and the weight of the bike and how far you let it hit the earth determines the depth of it, and you just take off. Yeah. So we'll be planting tomorrow night. See ya. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. Subscribe if you wouldn't mind, but definitely thumbs up. It's pretty cool. Another project that could save somebody else money, because these things are expensive when you get them at the store. So it's not perfect. I just used the chainsaw, ripped grooves in it, put a couple washers in between there, and spaced this bar out, spaced this out, and tied some rope to it. Worked out great. Saved me many, many hundreds of dollars. All right, next time. Until next time.